time restrictions with Super Friends.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of it was rushed.
I hated the first season of Super Friends, and you know what DC did to those characters? The boy and the girl and the dog. They made the dog into a freaking mutant, and the mutant dog killed the boy. He attacked the boy and killed him. It's like, and sorry if that freaked you out. I was basically doing my Richard Nixon. If he turned into a werewolf. I'm not a crook. I'm President Nixon, and I'm turning into a werewolf.
Makes you wonder what he'd sound like as Joker.
Yeah.
I wanna know how I got this car.
Look off, baby.
I'm so not a crook.
I'll never confess to lying thing. Oh man, we're getting off subject.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, another good show was Justice League. And yes, hello Superman.
Then of course they came out with Justice League Unlimited after.
Yes, I got first for $4 at North Bay, like literally 2 weeks ago.
Well, there you go.
And there's Supergirl with gloves
With gloves.
and Green Arrow. Yeah, be sure to check out Arrow. It's a really good show.
Yeah.
Product placement.
I think we product placed at least half the things.
But
Oh, yes.
I have to say, like, from the episodes I did see
Product
of
placement.
the Justice
Product
League,
placement.
right?
Product placement.
Like, from what I've seen of the Justice League when it came out, was it actually had some of the stuff that was interesting.
They really got to like pull it out of their ass to be able to
Oh.
like do a Justice League movie.
Oh, they have to.
Because Marvel
I'd
already
love to
beat
see
them.
that.
Oh, yeah,
my
Marvel.
God.
Marvel
It's coming out
already
the same
beat
year as
them.
Avengers 2.
Yeah,
It's
they-
like that's the worst idea they've ever had.
They still have to do Wonder Woman. They still have to do John the Martian. They still
They
have to do Flash.
I'm
Flash.
waiting for Flash. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Wonder Woman,
Flash.
they're gonna do into a TV series. Green
No,
Green
it got
Arrow.
canceled. They
Wonder Woman-
released a pilot and
Yeah,
it was so
yeah, but they're
shitty.
redoing it.
Yeah, they're redoing
Thank
it again.
fucking
redoing
God!
it.
I saw the pilot.
I have
it's
the
so
pilot.
horrible.
It's shit.
It's her going against basically the villain from Catwoman, except her perfume or
And her
makeup kills people instead.
Her best friend is basically Carrie Ewells. There, without a mustache, and you're going.
Yeah. No.
Carrie
And
Ewells,
Wonder
you
Woman
must-
at the beginning of it.
You must maintain
killed
your
somebody by
mustache.
strangling
Carrie
it
Ewells,
with her
remember,
lasso.
we need the stash for you to be Carrie Ewells.
I mean, it's like in Saw. Like it's just like
It just didn't
blew,
work.
blew out of the water for me. I wanted his mustache.
Oh yeah, it's Carrie
Disappointed me.
Ewells. He shows up, no
It's like,
mustache.
now
I
you're
go,
a
you're not
failed
Carrie Ewells
actor.
to me.
Now you're a failed actor just because of
Just
lack
because
of
of that.
mustache.
Yeah.
So
Okay, we have two more animated series to talk about.
yeah.
Batman Beyond. This is the pilot. They called it a movie. I hate it when videos are like, you know what? This is a movie, and you watch it. Oh, it's just a pilot.
Yeah, it's literally like the hour pilot of the TV show.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Mighty Ducks. It was called The Face Off. The Adventures Begins.
Now, Mighty Ducks was good.
Yes,
back in the day,
Tim
those
Tim Curry as a freaking dragon lizard.
you can
Yeah.
never go wrong.
Can
with
never
Tim
go wrong.
Curry.
Yes.
Tim
and,
Curry is an
Oh
amazing
yeah.
person.
But
Fuck you
Batman
all
Beyond,
other
though.
NHL teams because Mighty Ducks is the only NHL team to have a freaking TV series.
There you
Well,
go.
that and when they were still called Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're owned
Now
by
they're-
Disney.
Now they're just.
The
eh.
Ducks.
Anaheim Ducks.
But Batman
The
Beyond.
pond got called into the Honda Center. What the fuck? It was called the freaking pond, not the freaking Honda Center.
So shall
Had to get that out.
we? Yes.
So yeah, there's no recognizable villains in the pilot except for Mr. Glowy guy.
Oh, you mean Meltdown?
Yeah. Oh, he actually has a name.
He has a name, Meltdown.
Wow, Meltdown.
Yeah, he actually says it right after he starts losing his face because of the radiation.
In the TV show, there's a gang called Joker Gangs, and
Yeah,
the Joker only shows up for one direct-to-DVD movie. That's actually my
Because
second
Terry
favorite Batman movie.
McGinnis, Terry McGinnis was originally supposed to be the second Batman because when he was young, the Checkmate Corporation
Yeah.
ended up hiring Barbara Gordon after they injected Bruce Wayne's DNA into Terry McGinnis' mother. They planned to hire Barbara Gordon, who dressed up like Mask of the Phantasm, to go and kill the parents to duplicate what happened with Batman, so that there would be a duplicate Batman.
Holy shit.
But it ended up where she didn't want to kill anybody, so she just left him. But the dad gets killed later on by Meltdown, which really, what ends up happening is Terry McGinnis escapes from the Joker gang, and while he's like fighting the Joker gang, he's right in front of
he
Bruce
gets
Wayne's
attacked by
house.
the dog.
He's right in front of Bruce Wayne's house.
There's actually Ace the Bloodhound in this show.
Yeah.
The Bat-Hound, sorry.
The Bat Hound.
The Bat Hound.
Those who
Then
want
again-
the Bat name.
Yes, the dog
Then
was
again, you wanna
actually
name
a really
something,
funny
just name it
character,
Bat
even though all he
something.
did was yawn and bark.
Yeah. Well, and growl. Come on, it's fair.
He
It's a
was
dog,
basically-
growled.
Because let's face it, Batman is like a dog. He would growl at anybody he hates.
Were you surprised at the reintroduction of Ra's al Ghul? Sorry.
Yes, Nolan, you did it wrong 2 times.
Did it wrong. Yeah, but even in Batman Beyond, did you see the episode there where they lure Batman to go and get younger by the last Lazarus pool?
Yeah, he's right there. Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah. But
here.
in the Batman Beyond series.
Yeah.
The
No,
Batman Beyond
I
TV series?
have not seen the TV series,
The
other
TV
than a few episodes.
The TV series actually has Ra's al Ghul lure him back, but in
Wow.
reality, what happens is Talia took over, he took over Talia's brain. Sorry.
Wow.
So
That's
he
freaky.
supplanted his brain with Talia's, and Talia is like always had the relationship with Batman
Yeah.
And
throughout,
again,
the,
you can
throughout the
tell.
entire life, and that's
That's
the
where
reason why.
Damien came from.
So it just really the Beyond series was an interesting series because
Yeah,
when the
I
episodes
really
saw,
enjoyed that series.
It
That
wasn't
was-
a terrible
I like the
series.
opening.
It was actually
That was one of my
really good.
favorite. That was one of my favorite cartoon series there is, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden now they're starting to go off it.
The
where
comic.
They're starting to go away from this, right?
Yeah.
With their new series, it's completely
Different. It's too,
different.
It's too mature.
It's like saying screw you to Batman Beyond.
Yeah, it's what happened
And
with
it's like,
the
no.
Static Shock comic. It got canceled because it did too many things differently. It wasn't what we grew up with.
Exactly.
And
Well, I was disappointed
sorry.
with Static Shock.
You
Yeah.
can go ahead.
Well, it's like you grow up with a character, right? You're gonna expect that character to always be there, no matter what. So if you bring out this character, he's not there. He's like he's not the Batman I grew up with. I enjoyed the show, but it didn't have the Batman feel that I always felt when I watched, say, the cartoon series, the Justice League series. Like, those are all stuff I learned great morals from, learned a lot about Batman, fell in love with Batman, and then out came the Beyond series, and I was confused. I didn't understand it.
Well, it was supposed to be going very much based on the 90s. The
Yeah.
90s cartoons, the comic books, like what eventually happens, right? And it very much did have those moral stories, but it might not have shown them as best as possible. That's why Batman Beyond didn't hit off as good as it originally did. But the best one for morals, though, is the 60s Batman, because it always had a moral at the end of the show.
Yeah,
Right?
It was like those PSAs from Transformers and GI Joe.
And so many people wanted
Sonic.
to hit at the 1960s Batman. Okay, it's cheesy. Yeah, okay. That's
Why do you
cool.
think I like
But
Brave and the Bold?
they even hit it for the violence in it, when really there's technically not really a great deal of violence. If you
Half.
consider Baf Boof,
Bam!
bam, exactly. If you consider that like
Violence.
then like
You need to really look at the
really
stuff
look
that's
at
out
yourself
on
in a
TV.
mirror and go like this. Whoa! That's what you better do.
That's like what, the 4th time you barfed? That floor's gonna get messy.
Oh god.
Just make sure when you walk off, just not
Oh yeah.
slip.
Make sure there's no puddle.
Yeah. Okay. What did you think about the redesign of the Batman animated show? You know, when the Joker got his black eyes and the white pupils and shit.
Oh.
It was weird.
Oh, for this one?
No. For this one, the last season, they redid the whole design of the show, and
It's been a long time
Joker
since I watched
had
the ending.
black eyes with white pupils, and every character looked different. We had new costumes. Poison Ivy was made into a 13, 14-year-old girl, basically, and everything.
Wow.
I need to
They
rewatch
really-
the ending
Heck,
of that.
she's a
'cause-
13, 14-year-old girl in this one, and this is our next subject.
Yeah.
The Batman dinner. I love that theme song. So yeah, the Batman was my first exposure to Batman ever. Sorry, I did not grow up with the '90s show, but I was watching Disney. And this came on Teletoon, and I watched the living crap out of it.
You were deprived.
Yeah,
sorry, you were
missed a
deprived.
lot of Batman.
Sorry, I'm just used to Joker being voiced by a black man and jumping around like a friggin' hyena and shit.
Wasn't this the one where the Joker had the really poofy hair?
Yeah, the dreadlocks.
The Joker,
disgusting-
yeah, the Joker
And the
looked
red
like
eyes.
a Rastafarian.
Yeah, like
yeah,
some,
I was really
like-
depressed.
on, Batman.
I
I'm the
was-
It got me
Joker.
so depressed.
I
I,
was
wanted
ex-
to slap the guy who drew that
Oh,
so
and-
I was
hard.
expecting him
I wanna
to
slap
randomly
him.
pull out a joint and start smoking it in front of
Yeah, like,
Batman.
where's the
I'm a
fucking man?
criminal.
SpongeBob actors in this show. There
Yeah.
was SpongeBob as the Penguin. You know what? You
Well,
should
then again,
come
the
serve
Penguin.
me.
The Penguin was done awesomely in that
Yeah,
one.
and
The only one they didn't do well was the Joker.
and Mr.
Yeah,
Freeze.
Because that
Mr.
one,
Freeze,
there,
they-
I wanted to kill
returned
somebody.
Mr. Freeze
Yeah.
into being a simple bank robber, and he's voiced by freaking Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
No wonder he likes money so much. He
kidding.
basically got a transfusion surgery to turn into human. And
Looking like Professor Xing it. Like, let's
I'm going to get you, Batman.
And
But
the movie was good.
the
Batman versus
introduction to the
Dracula.
new characters as well, the new
Yeah.
villains.
Oh,
the new villains were really
Ragdoll.
good. Ragdoll was awesome.
Firefly. I like
There was a new
this-
version
I
of-
like the new version of Clayface, where it
Clayface,
was
yeah.
the cop from the first season, and he got turned into Clayface. I felt
Exactly.
sorry for him.
That
And
actually felt-
Harley
that was
Quinn
for
was done really
characters.
good in this show.
Harley Quinn.
It was the voice of Starfire from Teen Titans.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out.
It's like in the 5th season.
No. Like for the drawing, Harley Quinn.
This one.
No. For this one,
I
know-
It
I
was
know
basically
her.
the same thing.
I know her, but
It was basically the same design.
same design.
Yeah, she only had bigger.
All I know is
tits.
if they
she only
screwed
had
up
bigger
Joker.
tits. Well,
Yes.
that's
All I
a
know
big
is if
key
they
point
screwed
for
up
me right
Joker,
there.
they screwed up Harley
Big
Quinn.
tits.
No,
They had
she
to.
was like a blonde ditz. She was like a blonde.
Okay, never mind,
ditz,
then that kinda does suit
TV
her.
show
Yeah.
host, and she was interviewing the Joker, and she fell in love with him. And she basically came to one of his lairs, and the Joker was like,
Oh.
Hey, you know what? Do you want to be my sidekick? We never appreciated
Oh, I'm
you
sure
on that
that's what he
stupid
talked
TV
about.
show.
Yeah.
I'm sure
So
that's
you
what he
can bring
talked
my
about in
little
his
sidekick.
lair.
Yeah.
That's what he talked about in his lair, of course.
Truthfully, come on.
Hell,
if
they
you
had
were
sex
if you
on
were
the
the
90s
Joker,
show. It was hinted.
Well, yeah.
And
Well,
she
you-
was
like-
in a nightgown at once.
Well, at the same time, you can't expect the girl who's gonna stay around this guy for a whole bunch of seasons not to like follow him into his lair, and you know what I mean, and like do like her.
I like
joking
I liked
business.
Alfred in the Batman because
Yeah.
at various points he threatened to quit because Batman was almost killed a few times. One time by Bane, one time by Mr. Freeze.
can I,
The only thing I have to say about Alfred in the new one is it's nothing like the '90s series. 'Cause
No.
the '90s
In
series.
the 9th
it was,
series, he was a spy for the British government.
Well, it was very
Yeah.
much closer, not like 100% closer to the comic. Because in the comic, his dad, Bruce Wayne's dad, originally wanted him to come back to take over. Right?
Yeah,
can I just say that no matter what series you look at, from back in the 40s all the way up, Alfred was always great.
Yeah.
There was
I
never
agree.
a
They always
time
stayed
where
the
I
same.
could sit
Even
there
in
and
the
say
40s?
Alfred was terrible.
Even
Like,
the 40s.
the only terrible Alfred is the one from the upcoming CG series called Here Comes the Batman, because he has a fucking gun.
yeah,
Yeah, that
would-
just destroyed. That's just the first time I heard that, and that's that just.
He has a
destroyed it for me.
He has a gun, and he's wearing like a gangster coat and shit. And the designs are horrible.
Like,
It's like Star Wars Clone Wars went on a roller coaster and barfed everywhere.
Hang on, excuse me.
It's like Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and Green Lantern, the animated series, went on a roller coaster together, had sex, barfed, and Here Comes the Batman is the barf of that roller coaster sex ride.
That's good likeness.
So shall we get into the new Nolan series?
Yeah.
Nolan and the one that was like kind of in between there.
Yeah.
Because from the producers of Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, it's canon, it's canon.